not your sales engineer, your regional sales manager. Obviously we still like to keep a relationship with you and, get to know, your projects and everything else. But this is, like an aid or an assistant, something to cut back on, the length of time it takes. And often, you just need prices, you need a quote right away, you want to get things moving. This is just a way of kind of expediting that process where you can get, a quote and the part number and the pricing you need without having to wait for it. It's just kind of an aid to working with. It's not a replacement by any means. Oh, Desiree sent me a note. She is channel sales for Caribbean as well as Mexico. So I don't know. And I think I saw on a couple of the email addresses when I was looking at who registered for this, who were from the Caribbean. So Desiree is your channel sales rep for that region. She's always cheery, always friendly. She's always happy to help. She's on this presentation as well. I'll just give a couple more minutes and then anybody who's late after that can join in afterwards and just pick up where we are. Looks like there's more and more people clicking in right now. Okay. I think we're about to get going. Anyone else who joins us can start. We can just pick up where we are. I'm going to mute everyone because often, well, this seems like a quiet group anyway. Perhaps if it does get noisy, I can mute everyone, but it sounds like a quiet group. I've been on these presentations before and we can hear like kids yelling and dogs barking in the background. And so we tend to mute it. But so if it does get like that, I'll mute everyone and then you can just send your questions via the chat box. Otherwise, I'll leave it open. It might make it easier. Hang on, whoops. All right. Anyway, okay. So from the Genetec website here, if you go across the top to login and just click there, and you will want to go to the Genetec Portal right here. Okay. If you don't have registration, you don't have login information, here are the links where you can follow, and it just asks you to fill out some information based on who you are and who's making the request, a consultant, one of our channel partners, or if you're a user of the products, you just fill out the form, you click there, fill out the form, and just request access to it, and they will respond to you with your login information. You know, if you are one of our customers or partners at all. Once you get that, again, I'm logging in here with my regular Genetec password. It'll prompt you for the first time for your password. It's just taking me in there because I've been in there quite a bit. And once you get in there, you will see the main screen of the portal, divided into 3 sections. There's one here for technical assistance. This you would use if you are, say, going to file a ticket with our technical tech support department. If you want to just see where your cases are, if you need to download a product, you would go right here. Tech.hub contains a lot of the PDFs, the technical information, the specifications, a lot of the details that we get asked for in channel sales. It comes in really handy if you're working on a project, if you say are responding to an RFP and you need some specifications. This is the place to go to. What I really like here is this one here for videos, and that's just because because the way I learn is with a video when someone shows it to me. And the video isn't just about the products. There are some like training videos in there as well, like how to design a system. These are really good, especially if you need a refresher, if you've got some new staff on board and you want to give them an overview. It's a good place to start. And the area that we're going to be focused on for this presentation is this section here called Channel Partners. And this is where you'd go and create a quote and put together all the parts and all the items that you'd need, and also downloading your price list that you can use as well. If you are clicking anywhere, if you're within any of these sections and you need to get back out to this screen, if you go up to these 3 dashes up here, we call this the hamburger. Wherever you are within the portal, if you click there, you can, it'll bring you to this screen here, and then you can click at whichever section of the portal you want it to go into. So this is always good. You don't have to start clicking back and forth. It'll always bring you back to this main page. Okay. So I'm just going to go into the channel partner home and I'll show this to you. So all of the new information is here. We have a new price list coming out May 18th. That's next Monday, I think. So yeah, so log in and download your current pricing. This gives you some new information here on what's new in the portal. So the StreamVault servers are now available. You can purchase them within the portal as well. You can sign up for a clearance account if you want, and all the latest there about the portal. This is the news that we have, all the latest news, the latest versions of the software, everything that's happening. Okay, the sales tools. Up here at the top, this is where you would enter or create a quote or put together a quote, and we will go in there. This link here, this is where you would download your price list. And we get asked this a lot in channel sales, and of course you can if you want, but if it's quicker, and it usually is, you can always log in here and download your price list. If you were to click it, it gives you a choice in the formats. Now, I started, when I downloaded my price list, I defaulted to going to PDF because, PDF, it's nice and clean. It gives you, all the details you need in one lengthy price list, which you can just do a Control F and find. But then I realized if you were to actually download it in Excel, this actually has a benefit that the PDF does not have. And as soon as it downloads, I will show it to you. It just makes it easier to search, when you're not really clear of the part number, but you kind of know the application where it belongs. So I'm just going to open it here and show it to you. Okay. So let's go here. Say the tabs along the bottom, along here or along the bottom. So if you're looking for, say, an Omnicast part, this actually goes back to the older Omnicast, right? If you know that the part number is somewhere within there, you can always find it. Always look in Security Center, find the parts here. This is actually really good. And of course, Excel, right? If you say needed to find any part number that is somewhere within the workbook for Excel, let's just say, if I knew this was the part number and I wanted the price, that's Omnicast Enterprise. It will take you right there. So Excel actually has some great features. This looks like, obviously I'm from Canada, so it defaulted me to the Canadian price list. So that's the Canadian price there. So if you're calling from the US, don't worry, your price is obviously different. So if you haven't already, it's a good idea to download your price list and have it for reference. So let's go into creating a quote. And what I want to do first, the simplest quotes to create on this system. Am I getting questions here? Can you hear me? I'm getting a message here saying I cannot hear you. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
I just got a message here. Okay, yes, okay. I just looked over at the panel here with the questions and it said,
I can hear you.
I cannot hear you. Okay.
Yes,
Maybe
I
it's
can hear
from
you.
one person. Okay, good,
That was me. I'm good now.
good. Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. So I want to go first to the simplest form of quote that you can do, actually the simplest form of any quote, but especially what you can do when using the portal. And often we get requests for simple quotes and they're like add-on quotes. So the system already exists, but say they want to add, a camera connection or something very simple to it. Click there, and if you know your system ID, you can enter it there. This has all of the systems that you are the owner of as a channel partner. There's a lot here because obviously we have a lot that were created for Genetec. You can always scroll down and find the one that you need. There was actually one that I was looking for, and I'll try to find it, and there was a reason. Yeah, let's go here. So pick out the system ID that you want to add something to. Okay, this gives you a description here, if you can see it, of what's already there. This is really handy, so you're not quoting them parts that they don't already have the base package to. Gives you an idea here of what they have. Okay. So we're going to
Hi,
generate a
Mary.
quote for them. Hi.
Hi, Mary. This is Tanvi. I just have a question from the audience, and they just
Sure.
want you to go back one step to create the quote from the beginning once again.
Oh, sure. Okay, let's go back there. Let's go back. Come on. Okay, let's go back one more step. All right, so what I did is after I clicked into channel partner home, so from up here, channel partner, actually let's go here now and home. Okay, so I went up here to see where it says quotes and orders, and I clicked there. Okay, and it gave me the different types of quotes that I can create. And so I wanted to start with something simple. And so I'm going to go to an add-on. Okay, so I just want to add on something to an existing system. Does that make sense? All right, I just got a weird message saying I am muted, but hopefully you guys can all hear me now.
Oh, we can hear you, Mary.
Okay, I just got a recording saying you are muted. That drives me crazy. Okay. Okay, did that make sense to whoever wanted me to go back? And I'm certainly happy to go back if you do have a question, because all of this makes sense to me because I've done it before, but obviously if you're just seeing it for the first time, it can get a little bit confusing. Okay, and again, these are the system IDs that would appear for you, the systems that are registered to you as a channel partner, they would appear there. And this just gives you an overview as to what it is, the name of the system, the ID number, the version of Security Center that they're on, and any advantage that they do have in the time remaining, as well as the applications that they have. Okay, so I want to generate a quote for them. This is just going to take me to the screen where I can add the items to the quote. Okay. All right. So suppose what I want to do, I just want to give them like one camera connection, one or two camera connections here. So I go to search, and now camera connection is part of Omnicast, and they have the Omnicast Enterprise package. So I select that. All right. And then, okay, just do a drop down. Either that, or I could just start typing what the part number is. And then they want a camera connection. Let's say they want 3 of those. Just going to add it. And we do that. Okay. And again, obviously, I keep picking out Canadian examples here. If you're calling in from the US, don't worry about these prices. They're going to look a little bit wonky to you. But again, they're Canadian dollars, so don't worry about it. They're not your prices. Okay. So see what else here. They also had a synergist system. So suppose they needed to add, say, some hardware. They'll click over to the synergist section. And suppose they wanted, say, what's a common one, say an MR52. There you go. MR52, and like they want one of those. So we just click to add it. Okay. These two here, these two items, the client connections, the security desk client user connections, these are often added as well. We've got them up here front and center because sometimes, you know, when they're creating a quotes, these are also items that your customers want. Let's just add one here. Okay. It usually does not take this long. It seems to be taking a while to generate it, but that's okay. All right, I'll get to these buttons in a bit because I want to take you to the next section and they will appear later on. But I want to show you a really great feature of this because as well as the parts themselves, there is advantage, right? And so the advantage on the new items, the new camera licenses and the new reader connections, they are calculated to be concurrent to the existing advantage on the system. And for this system, advantage will expire September 30th, 2020. And the quoting tool here calculates exactly how much advantage you would need based on the items that you selected for them, the camera licenses and the one MR52. So it's already done. These are the number of months times the number of either reader licenses or camera licenses that you chose. So it's already calculated for you. Let's go to the quote summary. That's actually really helpful, and especially when you are quoting something that's not just one even year, that's a number of months, comes in very handy. And you know, again, here are the buttons up here. If you wanted to save this quote, come back and work on it later, you can do it. You can save it as a PDF for you and just perhaps, you know, have it for in your own files or email it to yourself. This is a good feature here if you want to request a review. So if you want to send this over to your channel sales rep, and we get a lot of these and it's no problem at all. A lot of times it's, you know, need help adding parts or knowing what the parts are. Or if it's, you know, a special project and you've already spoken with the RSM and, you know, you're getting special pricing on it, any sort of question at all that you have, any concern, any modification that you would like, and if you want us to have a look at it, add a note there, click where it says submit for review, and it will get forwarded to your channel sales rep and we'll have a look at it and we will get back to you as soon as possible. And we try to put these on priorities as well, because obviously, yeah, you've taken the time to use the portal. We'll get back to you as quick as we can. Okay, and then of course we have the checkout if you're ready to order. Yes, I agree. All right, because I work at Genetec, it defaults to accounts payable at Genetec. Don't worry about that. But if you have buyer's rights, you can update you can upload your own purchase order for this. You can enter your PO number there, attach it, include an attachment, and oops, those are my attachments, but you can upload your purchase order here, and it gives you an itemized list of what you've ordered. And you can just click to proceed and order it. Somebody's pinging me. I just have to tell them to go away. I'm sorry, bear with me. Okay. Does that make sense to everyone? Everybody gets it? Any questions at all? Anything you want me to review? Is that good? I think it's good. All right. Let's go back to the beginning here. Okay. And now I want to look at creating a new system quote. I'm sorry, was there a question? I just unmuted everyone. And I'm trying to see the question here. It's giving me a very narrow window. Can someone ask me what the question was and let me know if I covered it?
Hi,
Hi.
Marie. This is Tanvi. So there was a question from the audience by Brian. He asked if there was a way of creating an auto view quote. And I am letting him know that when you try and make a new system quote, Marie, there's no auto view option.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Thank
was
you.
just writing that to Brian. So over
Thank
to you.
you. All right. All of a sudden, my screen was going crazy. I saw a message coming in, and then it looked like everybody was muted, and somebody else is pinging me, even though it clearly said doing a webinar. So I apologize. Trying to do everything here. Anyway, all right, now let's go into creating a brand new system, say a new project, because that's also very easy. Okay. So let me,
No, you're fine.
all right. Okay. All right. So let's give this here. Let's say we're going to do a quote or a project. We'll just, because I know most of you are calling from the United States here. And let's just say I want to call this big shopping center. That's a good name. If I have the estimated order data, I can add it in here. And I'm going to put together this quote, and I know the basic products that I want to add for it. And it's usually, say, Omnicast, which of course is the videos, the security center, and it's prompting me to add some more information as I click there. Synergist, which is access control. If you know the camera manufacturer, you can click on it here. It's usually Access. And the storage manufacturer, if it's from us, if it's from BCD, or if it's a Stream Vault, it'll be from BCD Video. Okay. Yes, if it's usually this will default to you. And if it's for an existing end user or if it's a brand new end user as well, if not, you can enter the information about the end user there if you have it. Okay. Let's go and create the project here. Create the quotes. Oops, hold on. All right, let's just say, there we go. We'll just pick United States. Oh, what am I doing here? All right. Okay, so it gives me an overview here of the project that I've created. Let's go in there and create the quote. Okay, it's going to be for a brand new system. All right, so let's go in here. We've already got the main information selected here. So let's go in here and let's just say, first we're going to start with Security Center. That's the basic package here. Let's scroll down. Now the product version is what you're going to select first. And usually you would want the latest version of Security Center, which is now version 5.9. If you say need to match it to an existing system, if you want to go back to 5.8 or 5.7, which we do have some customers doing, this is where you would select it. Okay. Then you just pick what they want. If you know the package level that they want, enterprise or professional or standard, based on how many camera licenses they need or reader connections that they need, you can pick it out here. Okay, say a Synergist Professional, which is up to 256 readers, Omnicast Enterprise, which has unlimited camera licenses. If you know which StreamVault server they want or which level they need, you can click it there. And again, if you don't know, this is one of the items that you can request when you click on the box that says request review. You can just say, I don't know which server I need. Here are the specifications, help me pick one. And as well, if you need a workstation, you can click one there as well. And then you continue. Okay, this gives you the basic package here that you've got. And then what you do from here on in is a lot like what we were doing when we created the add-on quote. So we need to add on some camera licenses, some hardware to this. And so let's just start with the camera licenses. They're often the simplest. So again, Omnicast Enterprise. We'll go here. Say this is a big system. They want some camera connections. Let's just say they need 200 of them. If you know they need failover camera connections, it's also very common with big projects. Add it here. The other parts that you would need, let's just go back to Security Center platform as well, because it's more than just a Security Center base package. If you need, say, the client connections, if you need like mobile client connections, you can add that here. Plan Manager, all the other parts here that you'd normally run into, that you would normally need to quote, would be found up under the Security Center. So again, scroll up there, and if you need one of those items, you can add that as well. Okay. Same goes if you say wanted to add the hardware for access control. Okay. Say an LP. It's a common part there. Should give you that part. Come on. There we go. Okay. My system's usually a bit quicker than this, so it seems to be taking its time this time around. But that's the basic idea. And again, you can pick out your workstation if you know which one you want. Okay. And then again, same idea. You can save it. You can request the review. If you need some help, if you have a question about it at all, if you just want to submit it to us, just to check over anything you want, you can enter your comments and then submit it to us for review. You can continue. Let's go. And it will take us over to the checkout page, well, to the Advantage as well. Okay. It should add the Advantage onto it. Let's go check out here. Okay. If you have buyer's rights, again, you can upload your purchase order and to this, and you can send it through to us. And you can place your order that way. I do want to go back because I believe I did miss somewhere how to add the Advantage, and that is important. It did show up before, but unfortunately I may have missed it here, so I'm just going to click back. Does anybody have any questions at all? I can unmute you if that makes it easier. Does
Hey Mary, it's Tanvi here.
Hi.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm monitoring the questions on the questions panel. I think it's better to
Okay.
leave participants on mute because some people have background noise as well. So
I heard the
let them.
background noise, so yeah, I figured that you had muted everybody. But you know, when I'm talking and I hear like a dead silence, and I gotta apologize, it's just me. I have to get over it because I always think, oh my God, maybe I'm muted and I'm just talking to myself. So that's just me. I apologize for that. Okay.
So Marie, I think I'm gonna mute everyone and unmute you. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Keeps flicking back and forth between muted and unmuted. You know, Tanvi, what I cannot find here, and I apologize, I have to ask for your help. What I cannot find here all of a sudden is where it is adding the advantage. And usually it defaults and it gives me the package. So I think I may have forgotten it somewhere. Tanvi,
Yeah,
do you know
I'm
how to
here.
do that?
Yeah, so it's not on the checkout page. So you probably have to go to the previous page and start making a quote once again. And let's
Okay.
say when you add the items, even if it's an add-on quote or a new system quote, once you have finished adding the items, on the next page, it does give you an option of adding advantage.
You know, I have a feeling I didn't check it from the beginning because when I was doing the add-on quote, it did appear there. And I have a feeling that when I created a new project, and I think that's where my error was. Hang on a second.
I think you just skipped it, but it's available before you check out. You
There,
are
that's what I didn't. Okay, here it is. I should have clicked it. And I apologize to everybody who's tuned in. I was clicking madly thinking, where did it go? But it is obviously right there. All right. Okay. Okay, other than that, is it clear for everyone? Am I making sense? Is everybody convinced that this is a really easy way to go about making a quote? And most especially, does everybody understand that we're not, we don't want you to forget about us. You know, this is not meant to replace our relationship with you. It's just meant as a quick way for you to get a quote when needed. So hopefully everybody understands that. Hopefully you're good with that.
Oh no. Hey Marie.
Hi.
Is it possible for you to show how to PDF a quote? Because one of
Sure.
Jesse, he's wondering how to just PDF the quote or save the quote without having to order it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hang on a second. I'm going to do is go in here again, and I think I'd erased my quote previously, so I will, I'll do another one. There was one of these buttons along the side, but we will go there right now. Okay. All right, so Security Center. Okay, so there, and let's just do a quick one here with Omnicast. I'm just going to add the camera connections, add here. I'm going to continue. And here we go. Here is the page that I was scrambling around looking for before. If you wanted to add the advantage, as a default, you should always add advantage to it. Here is the calculation based on the add-on products that we have chosen and the package. So here it is. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so let's go to the quote summary. And right here, save PDF. Click there. And that should generate a PDF for you. Okay, does that work? Hopefully. I think so. I think I'm muted. Or I think you're muted and I can't hear you.
Everybody else is muted. It's only you and me talking now.
Okay, all right. Okay, hopefully that's nice and clear.
Yeah,
Any
Jesse confirmed
questions at all?
he understood it.
Sorry?
Jesse confirmed he understood it.
Okay, good. Anybody else have any questions at all? Anything that you'd like to see over again? And again, give this a try. This is the most important button here, is what I tell everyone, request review. So even if you're not sure you did it right, if you just want someone to have a look at it, by all means, I mean, we do this all the time. Enter your comments there, even if it's a please call me to discuss. Whatever it takes, we're happy to review it with you. We're happy to go through it with you and give you a quote that you need. Okay. So that's basically it. That's the presentation. If there's no other questions at all, my name is Marie DePasquale. You're of course welcome to reach out to me. You're welcome to reach out to your channel sales representative. It's channelsales@genetec.com, and they're happy to assist you with whatever you need.
Marie?
Yeah, hi.
We have one more question from Dave, and he just wants you to click on the modify code button that you see just below request review, just to see how you modify a code.
Okay. Okay. So here it is. Let's go here. So it looks like, let's just say here, there. Yeah, I haven't actually used this one before. So select a package. Let's go up here. That's a good question, Dave. I haven't actually modified a quote here, but it looks like it gave me the option there to delete the camera licenses that I had chosen. And then I can go up here, and I think I chose 3 before. If instead I want 30, I can add it there. So here is the option to delete, and I can make the changes there that I need. Does that help?
That's good. That's great.
Okay. Okay, everyone. So if there are no more questions, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for working with me. And again, this is the first time I've presented to a group that's this large. So I'll have my presentation a bit more smooth for the next time, for my next go around with it. So it's the first time I've presented for more than 100 people all at the same time on a webinar. So thank you for your patience. I do appreciate it. Thanks for sharing it with me. And of course, I'm here if you need me.
That's a great one, Marie. We have just one more question, and Dave wants to know if instead of deleting the part number in that line item, if you were able to modify just the quantity.
Well, let's have a look.
Click?
Well, I have 30 there. Let's just have a look here. First, I want to click away from it. That I'm going to do here. And yeah, I guess I can. Let's try instead of 30, I'm just going to make it 45. Oh, right here.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep, you can do that.
Perfect.
And update. Okay. Looking to see the questions as well that are coming in. Any other questions?
I don't see any more questions. Alan's just wondering if he's muted. Yes, Alan's muted. If you have any questions, Alan, you can type out in the questions pane. Samari, I think we're good. We have no more questions coming in.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks for your time. Stay safe. And we'll chat again sometime. Thank you.